will it take for you to dump your current Toyota Tacoma for a 4-cylinder? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. So I've been thinking about this. What will it take for you to dump your current Toyota Tacoma for a 4-cylinder turbo Toyota Tacoma? Now, first of all, obviously, I have no idea what it will take for you to do that, but I do have some idea of what it will take for me to do that. So I thought I'd run over that real quick, give you guys kind of an idea of what I'm looking for in the upcoming redesigned, remodeled, lower powered or smaller engined 4-cylinder Toyota Tacoma. First of all, obviously, power. It has to have at least equivalent, and I'm not saying there's a ton of power in the Tacoma anyway, but it has to have at least equivalent power to what we currently have in the V6. Ideally, it should have more. It should have more torque, it should be able to get off the line quicker, and it should have more staying power, if you will. In other words, I don't want to run out the turbos in the first 30 mile an hour and then hit the accelerator on the freeway and have it look up at me and say, "What are you doing?" I don't want that to happen. It has to have power. Ideally, more power than what it currently has with the V6. Number 2, fuel economy. If I'm gonna be forced in that I won't have any other choice in a new Tacoma, to buy this redesigned 4-cylinder turbo Toyota Tacoma, it better get good fuel economy. And I don't mean just equivalent. I don't mean equivalent to what everybody else has. I mean it better get at least 30 miles per gallon. I want to see 30 miles per gallon. Maybe I'd be happy with 28, 27 in the city, but combined, freeway and city, I want 30 miles per gallon. That probably means it's got to get a bit higher than 30 miles per gallon in just freeway driving. But I don't want to see equivalent to what everybody else is doing, and I don't want to see a couple of miles per gallon better than what my V6 is doing. It's just not worth it. I mean, unless you drive 1 million miles a month, in the end, the money you're going to save at the pump is not going to equate to the money you're going to pay at the dealership. I want to see 30 miles per gallon or better. They should certainly be able to attain that, particularly in the hybrid version that they're going to be supposedly coming out with down the road. Number 3, reliability. I'm used to having a truck where I don't have to go to the dealership unless I want to have an oil change done, or maybe there's a software update, the occasional little thing. That's it. I don't want to be going to the dealership right after I buy this brand new 4-cylinder turbo Tacoma, much like some of the unfortunate folks have had to do with the new twin turbo Tundra. What a drag to buy a brand new vehicle and then have what I'm considering to be major problems, the Wastegate saga. I don't want to have to screw with that. To me, it's a major fix when you have to take your truck in and they're going to rip the cab off to fix some kind of wastegate problem with the twin turbos. And whether it's a big problem or a small problem, it's a huge problem if I'm one of the unfortunate ones that have that truck. Still yet to be determined how many are involved in that whole issue, but we shall see. But the new Toyota Tacoma has to be reliable. It's got plenty of time to be tested. I figure another couple of years, maybe, before that truck comes out, it should be perfect. At least as close as we can get it, or equivalent to what we have right now. Number 4, pricing. I don't expect to go in and have to pay some huge premium for this brand new Toyota Tacoma. Now, I'm not talking about the initial release, because when the initial release of the Tacoma happens, the new Tacoma, much like the Tundra, The dealers are going to be marking it up. There's going to be market adjustments, premiums, all kinds of things. I'm talking about the normal everyday pricing. I don't expect to go in and have to pay, I don't know, $45,000, maybe $42,000 for your baseline, normal, everyday Toyota Tacoma. That would be absurd. But you watch. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that doesn't happen. Look what happened again. I used the Tundra as the benchmark because I think we can look at that to see what Toyota is going to do with the Tacoma. What was it? $5,000 on a normal price level. $5,000 more per truck just because? Well, it's not just because. I'm sure it costs Toyota more money to throw all this other stuff into that truck. But I don't want it to begin with. Keep my V6. You can remodel the truck if you want, as long as you don't ruin it. But I don't want to have to pay more money for something I don't really want. We shall see. Number 5, and this is a big one for me, options and technology. It's again an area I think that Toyota has failed us with the Tundra. I think they just brought it up to date. They didn't give us anything wowing, nothing that blew my mind. They just kind of brought it up to, in some areas, what's already out there. I want to see some mind-blowing advances in the Tacoma when it comes to technology and options. I want wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. I want to be able to talk to my radio. They have that technology. Why isn't it widely available? I don't know. Supposedly they're going to be bringing that to the Tundra. We shall see. And I'm not talking about sitting and having a conversation. Hey, how you doing? What'd you have for lunch today? How you feel? No, I'm talking about change radio station to blah, blah, blah. We should be able to do that. If I were to yell out the name of the device I have sitting right up there on that shelf, that little round thing, it'll do what I want it to do for the most part. I can ask it questions. I can tell it what to do. Why not have that? I would think that's an advancement in safety. I don't have to look away and start pushing buttons and turning knobs. I can just talk to it. I definitely think things like that need to be in the new Tacoma. I'm sure they're going to come out with the same vigor that they did with the Tundra and promise all these big things are going to be happening. I just hope they don't disappoint us, because for the price and for the settling that's going to be required on going to a 4-cylinder turbo engine, I expect bigger things. Anyway, those are the things. That's what it's going to take for me to dump my current Toyota Tacoma for a 4-cylinder version. I hope they get it right. I hope they've learned some lessons from the Tundra and it's a successful release, because in the end, I do love the Toyota Tacoma and I want to see it succeed. Leave a comment. Let me know. What will it take for you to dump your Toyota Tacoma for a 4-cylinder? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive FST, all about full-size trucks. And Robmotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator and my current 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.